are you?
Good.
Great. Well, I'm Ishi, or Ishi to Apple geniuses, or Ishi Guru if you're into predictive texting, or Omid Jalili to the bar staff at Canal House in Nottingham. So I'm delighted to be here. Where I'm from is a toughie, really. It's a little bit like Prince Harry's relationship status. You know, it should be personal, but somehow everybody wants to know, and if it's phrased right, it might just affect your Facebook likes. So where I'm from is kind of complicated. It's because of the pills my mum put me on. They do exactly what it says on the tin. B complex. Yeah, it's complicated because I look like this, like really well tanned. Jealous? You not so much. Yeah, it's complicated because I taught myself to speak like this. Thank you, BBC World Service. Now I can now pass off as the head girl at St. Trinian's, handing out merits and detentions. Yeah, it's even more complicated, I think, because where I'm from should really be about what I feel, not just like a place, but how I feel, you see. And that's not a tick box on forms yet, is it? No, so I draw one in myself. Yeah, I draw it in myself. And where I'm from depends again on how I feel, and that kind of depends on who's asking. Like if it's canvassers or door-to-door salespeople or city centre fundraisers, well, then I'm just visiting. But if it's Channel 4's Jon Snow, while covering, you know, Richard III's reburial, well, then I'm from Leicester. Yeah. And it also depends on what's trending on Twitter, really. Hashtag 50 coolest places to be born. Yeah. Well, I love being here in the UK. I was born Zambian. I dream in English, and I have Indian roots. New stuff. Oh well. Yeah, so I was born in Zambia to Muslim parents who decided to send me to a Catholic school. They said it was their way of teaching me about contraception. Bring her up Muslim, and if the guilt from that is not enough, let's magnify it. Send her to a Catholic school, and as a bonus, make her cockshy for life. I'm over that now. Yeah, so the nuns at school, right, they were always teaching us how we were born sinners. So really it can't get any worse. So party time, we're all going to hell, yes, anyway. And as far as mum's concerned, I'm destined for hell because I have a boyfriend. So to please my mum, I tried to convert to lesbianism, but I just ended up like a bit of a wet fish. Didn't work. Okay. So so I left Zambia at puberty to avoid the chat at puberty, very embarrassing chat. You know, the chat where parents are so embarrassed that they actually leave it to teachers like you. Yeah, they leave it to teachers and the internet and Rihanna. Yeah, that chat where the parents say, sit down, we have pictures. Engineer, doctor, lawyer, which one for husband? Yeah, what do I do with a husband? Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, I have a manual for life, and that is Bollywood films. You see, Bollywood films have taught me everything I need to know about life, like how marriage actually happens. You see, the boy gets introduced to the girl, they find a great big field somewhere, he dances and sings to impress her, and then these dancing girls just magically appear from behind trees. And before you know it, he's won her over, they disappear off behind a bush, and then they're married with kids. No, not that they're married to kids, because that's the mistake Uncle Abdul made. They are married with kids, and that is why I stay well away from bushes. And it keeps my waxer in a job. My waxer actually has an email address that ends in @beaver.com. This is the truth, honestly, @beaver.com, spelt BELVOIR, which if you're from Leicester is pronounced beaver. Yeah. Yeah, talking of jobs, when I first arrived here, I was offered a modelling job within days. Yeah, the after model on a before and after poster for a tanning salon. I forgot my actual before picture in the rush here, but if I was to tell you that really bizarrely, the before model looked very much like you, sir. If you could just wave at people, then they can see. Yeah, that's it. That was what the before model looked like. Yeah, obviously I didn't go for that job. Yeah, and what I found was really cool things here in the UK, like you have amazing charities, right, like Comic Relief and Red Nose Day, all designed to raise money to help deprived children in Africa. Well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have bothered travelling all this way. Yeah, but I really felt at home when I came across Race for Life, because like back in the Zambian bush, we used to call that, "Fuck me, that's a cheetah." Yeah. So yeah, I love being here, and I tell you who really helped me settle down was my grandma. My grandma loves Birmingham. She's been in Birmingham for ages. Ever since she's been my grandma, I guess, but she's been in Birmingham for ages. And I said, "Gran, don't you think it's time you learned the local language?" "Oh, Ishi, it is too hard for me, this Urdu." Yeah, she absolutely loves Birmingham, right? She was praying quite a lot. I remember seeing her pray quite a lot, like 5 times a day. She was going for it. I thought that's a lot of sins to confess. And I said, maybe it's got to her, this dilemma, right? This dilemma about which will she pick? Will it be Strictly Come Dancing or X Factor? It's like, Gran, what are you praying so hard for? "I'm praying, please God, make Birmingham capital of Punjab." Why? Because that's what I put in my Britishness test. Well, she passed, and that's when she moved to Birmingham. She said it was urgent. She says, "Ishi, Britain needs me. They're in crisis. Teenage pregnancy crisis. I must go immediately and teach those girls." Getting pregnant when you're 15? Leaving it too late. Yeah, she loves Birmingham so much, right? She wants me to move here, and she loves presents as well. Do you guys like presents? Woo! Yeah, Gran loves presents. So last year for Easter, I got her flowers. She's like, "Oh, you got me flowers. Soon they will be dead. Don't waste your money on this." So this year I got her a DVD of Avatar. Have you guys seen Avatar? Anyone seen it? All 2 hours, 40 minutes of it? Yeah, well, when you've been brought up on Bollywood, that's just like a trailer, right? Like 2 hours, 40 minutes. Well, she watched it, right? She watched it and she was, oh, hi, oh, yeah, nice special effects, James Cameron, but 2 hours, 40 minutes, not a single dance. What kind of picture is this? Yeah, so I got her avatar and she got me a present too. Would you like to see? Yeah. With these, we don't even have to wear a dress. They're 2 for 1. Yeah. I got them in riots. So I found out about the Birmingham riots through a text. Fighting has broken out between Afro-Caribbeans and Pakistanis in Aston, Birmingham. More violence expected. Stay at home. P.S. from my gran. Thank goodness we are not Pakistanis. You see, I knew this would happen. That's why I gave birth to all my children in Kenya. Yeah, I love coming to Birmingham. I do love Leicester as well. I mean, Leicester's a lot smaller than Birmingham, but I have been looking around your city centre a lot more, and there have been some changes in Leicester, like some shops been closing, like La Senza went bust. Thank you. Or Evolution, well, that's totally grown faster than it should have done. Yeah, thank you. I'll take moans and groans. It's okay. Yeah, so Birmingham's pretty cool, but I do love Leicester, and Gran keeps wanting me to move here. She says, Ishi, Leicester is full of ethnics. With all that competition, how will you ever get any funding? So on that note, guys, I love you and leave you. You've been lovely. Thank you for letting me try out some new stuff. Thank you.